Hi everyone, I'm Jake from studentcasting.co.uk and this is my guide to casting child actors. These guidelines are taken from the Performances by Children Regulations Act 2004. Full details should be read and viewed by all producers and all directors, and you can obtain the guidelines directly from the Department of Education's website. There's a form available which you can download straight from them. If you're taking children out of school for the day, you need a child performance licence. No ifs, no buts. The council may want to do an inspection of your set, and if you can't provide a copy of the licence when the inspectors show up, they will close down your shoot. There's at least one student production I know of that was closed down by the council because the producers didn't bother to obtain a licence for the children. So make sure you get a licence, otherwise you may find yourself in court facing a very, very heavy fine. To get a licence, you need a copy of the child's birth certificate, a recent photo of the child, written permission from the headmaster of the child's school, signed copy of the application form which must be signed by the parents. Once you've got all of this, you then send it off to the relevant council authority of where the child lives. The application form looks like this. It's 7 pages long and all the relevant sections of the form must be completed. The form can be obtained from all county council websites. For certain amounts of time, the children can and cannot be on set. For a child aged 13 years or over, they can be on set for 12 hours a day or up to 10 hours a day on any 2 consecutive days of filming. If you're filming for 3 days consecutively, then it's a maximum of 9.5 hours per day. The times on set must be between 7 AM and no later than 7 PM or 10 AM to 10 PM. For a child aged 9 to 12, it's 9.5 hours a day, only between the hours of 7 AM and 7 PM. For a child aged between 5 and 8, they can be on set for up to 7.5 hours a day between 9 AM and 4:30 PM. For children under 5 years old, they can be on set for 5 hours a day between 9:30 AM and 4:30 PM. Children are only allowed to perform for a certain amount of time in a continuous period. Children over 9 years old are allowed to perform for a maximum continuous period of 1 hour. Children who are aged 5 to 8 years old are only able to perform for a continuous period of 45 minutes, and children under 5 can only perform for a maximum continuous period of 30 minutes. So, children require regular breaks on set. For children over 9 years or over, if on set for more than 4 hours, they must have a minimum of a 1 hour break and 1 15-minute break. Or, if they're due to be on set for more than 8 hours, they must have 3 breaks. 2 breaks of 1 hour and 1 of 15 minutes. For children aged 5 to 8 years old, the same rules apply, however they must have their first break after 3.5 hours. Anyone below the age of 5, any time during the day in which the child is not taking part in a performance or rehearsal, this time must be used for them to have meals, rest and recreation. Just bear in mind that the term on set applies from the moment any child arrives on set. So that's our guide to casting children. Remember, these details were taken from the Performances by Children Regulations Act 2004. If you're in any doubt, make sure you check with the Department of Education and you can contact them by calling 01624 685 820 or send them an email to admin@doe.gov.am. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.